Hey, this is the Queen of Extreme, Francine, and you are listening to the Interactive Interview.
Interactive Wrestling Radio.
Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of the Interactive Interview on the interactiveinterview.com. I'm James Walsh, joined as always by Daniel Edler, my special guest, Danny Doring. Danny, how you doing?
Good, how are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Do you mind if we just get started?
Let's go.
Alright, were you a wrestling fan growing up?
Yeah. I grew up with my great aunt watching on a little black and white television, a little 13-inch, and I was fascinated with it since pretty much birth, you know, and then...
Who were some of your favorites?
Of all time was obviously Randy Savage was the reason why, the reason why I really became fascinated with the business, and I actually just got to meet him about a month and a half ago in Tampa, Florida for the first time, which is a pretty big thrill for me.
Where did you train to become a wrestler?
I went to the House of Hardcore in Long Island, New York, which was run by Taz and Terry Satter at the time, and then Bubba Ray Dudley and Mikey Whipwreck also worked there also.
How'd you end up... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That was in 1996.
How did you end up teaming with Roadkill?
Basically, we were graduated the House of Hardcore, we were on the ring crew, and because we were traveling all over with the ECW, we were kind of like the leftovers, and what they did was they just put us in a ring with whoever just to get us experience. So we weren't actually like a formed tag team, we were just kind of like pretty much afterthoughts, and it was when I was wrestling with a different name, and Roadkill was dressed in this brown outfit, and it just kind of, one day, they just, you know, Al Snow actually thought that Roadkill was Amish, and Paul came up with the idea to keep us together, and it just kind of went from there.
How was Electra to work with?
You know, Electra was okay to work with. I didn't really have a problem with her. There was a few things that had happened that, like she had missed a couple of key TVs during a pivotal time for Roadkill and I, and that created a little bit of tension. But after that, we kind of lost her in an angle or whatever, and you know, we kind of, you know, me and her cleared up our stuff since then. But we, you know, there was a tension for a little while, so, but it worked out. It's all good.
Dan, you want to take the next one?
Sure.
How does
I'm sorry. It was going to get confusing.
How does winning the ECW tag titles rank in your career highlights?
It actually ranks very high. Probably the second biggest moment so far that has happened to me in the wrestling business.
What's the highest?
The highest would be soon after that when Taz came to Queens, New York, when he was with the WWE already, and he had done a big speech in the Madhouse of Extreme, dedicating or in honor of me and Roadkill, and he had brought up some personal things, and it was actually probably the most touching thing that have ever happened to me in the wrestling business. It actually brought a tear to my eye.
Dan, you want to take the next one?
At which point did you realize that ECW was in trouble?
I think it would be when I was around for the check bouncing twice. I guess when the check started to bounce the second time around, we were all kind of nervous that maybe this one was going to be the one that really hurt it. And you noticed that a lot of guys weren't coming in on the house show loops. It was just kind of some mainstays, and surely but slowly, everybody kind of just dropped off from there. And there was a lot of talk and rumors, things of that sort. So I think it was right when the check started bouncing the second time around that we all got nervous.
What were the last few shows like with ECW?
Very negative. With the last show actually was in Missouri. Kansas, and it was pretty much everybody knew it was gonna be that show. And Sandman had taken the ring at the end of the night, and everybody kind of went out there with him, and it was like a sense of urgency. I think everybody knew it. I didn't want to believe it. I just thought that there was just some problems. I wanted to believe everything would work through, but everybody's in the ring almost like a graduation almost. Everybody was kind of crying and hugging, and it was really emotional, but yet, to me, it was, I don't know, I just didn't really want to believe that was it, but actuality, Sandman was right. That was the last show. He just kind of toasted his beer at everybody, said thank you, and kind of everybody took a bow.
After ECW closed, you started working the Indies. How did they compare to ECW?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. Indies are, it was hard because you get out there and it's like you're used to being with the same guys every week, and you're used to being on the same travel with the same guys every week, going out to eat or whatever with the same guys week in, week out. Now you have a different cast of characters every week, and you get to know guys that you don't really know, and you're working with guys that you don't really know yet, and it's different. I'm still getting used to it. It doesn't compare. I mean, it's still good. I mean, I met a lot of good guys that I never thought I'd be cool with, but I have a lot of new friends through it. And I met a lot of really, really good guys, a lot of really talented wrestlers. It doesn't compare in terms of that part of my life, because it was a lot of fun, a lot more travel, and it was just a great time. It's probably the best time I've had, despite all the problems, even with the problems, But I still appreciate the Indies. I love them, but it doesn't really compare.
Dan, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, you're a former NWA Florida champ. Do you have any stories from your time working for that company?
Actually, I just got done working for them a couple of days ago. I think I held the title for 8 months. Joe Price, who runs the NWA Florida, has been pretty much really super class. I mean, he's really done a lot for me personally. And the promotion up there, all the guys working for them in IBW Hardcore have been really cool guys, a lot of class acts up there. I still go up there once a month. I just got done working up there on Saturday, and I was there about a month ago, and I worked actually a tag match with Steve Carino, which is pretty cool. So I'm still there, very active there, and having a lot of fun there.
Would you work for NWA TNA?
If they called, I definitely would. I haven't really seen the show, to be honest with you, but I heard that they're doing some kind of ECW faction thing.
Yeah.
And something like that would be right up my alley. I'd like to do something with a bunch of guys that I haven't seen in a while, like Just Incredible, Sandman, Raven, all those guys.
You worked a match with Bill DeMott on an episode of, I believe it was Velocity. How did that match come about, and did you see it as a tryout for the WWE?
Yeah, well, interesting. The night before, I actually worked a dark match with another indie wrestler, and it was against the team now known as Team Angle, Haas and Benjamin. And I didn't feel personally like it was a good performance on my part. I wasn't happy with it. On my own part, not nobody else's fault. I just didn't think it was me in a ring. I don't know if I was nervous. I really shouldn't have been. I don't know really what the problem was. But the next night they had scheduled for Velocity, and I had talked to Taz prior, and I just felt more comfortable that day, I guess I would say. And I felt really good in the ring, and I never had met Bill DeMott before that, but he was a really good guy, and he was really cool, and pretty much talked to me the whole day about it, and I felt good about it. So I felt that was more of me. I mean, as much as you can see on Velocity, anyway.
Right.
But I think I felt very well comfortable, much more at ease that night than I did the night before. So I don't take it as a negative or a positive. I just think it was a better representation of myself than the prior night, and I look forward to doing it again.
Dan, you want to take the next one?
We recently had an interview with Jasmin St on the show, and she mentioned that you'd be one of the people that never work for her again in the future. She also said that you think, in her own words, that you have solid gold between your legs. What's the problem with her?
Basically, I actually had that thing that those comments. This is actually, I was waiting for this. I'm so enjoying this one. I had those comments emailed to me about a million times, and they make no sense. I mean, she talks. I mean, the biggest problem with her is she claims I said something behind her back, and I don't do that. I talk to your face, and I don't like her. And as far as her not tolerating me, Chris Chetty, and she calls some weird phone call. I don't know what she wrote, but I mean, let's get realistic. I mean, who does she think she is? I mean, she doesn't go anywhere. She doesn't do anything besides her 3PW. She must think she's Vince freaking McMahon. She's like, we're not tolerate that in our bed. Well, I don't care. I mean, the basic reason why I went to 3PW was to wrestle for a few bucks and hang out and feel bad for the people I haven't seen in a while. I don't really care about her company. I don't care about her boyfriend. I don't care about her sponsors or this, that, the next thing. She wants to talk about how the meanie, I read that was which is good, which is he was paying me. You know, the first thing, you don't bring up the death of my mother, ever. It's not even class. She proved how classful she was. Her rants are immature. She shows that by saying, when someone dies, you send them maybe a bouquet of flowers or a $20 donation. She says in your interview that I read, he was paying me. Now, I'm my own man. I have something that a lot of people don't have. I have been raising my brother for 5 years. I don't have any parents. I own my house. I own my car. And if I ever do get in trouble, I have friends that make real money that offered to help me, and I never accept any help from them. So the fact that she said that her boyfriend, who doesn't make a great deal of money, was paying me is the most ludicrous thing I think I have ever heard. And as far as the line about having solid gold in my life, she's right. Not only do I have that, but I have 2 big platinum balls sitting right here. And I'll tell you what, it's funny because I guess that was supposed to be a knock on me. I suppose it was, but I don't really understand it. And she had left me this phone. What she did, she called me with a block number. Block, 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 block. I pick up the phone. She hangs up at 4:30 in the morning. She finally gets my machine because I'm sleeping and leaves this big thing on there and insults my family. But she tried to insult me. She called me a 2-time loser. I don't really understand that. But basically, the basic premise of it, I'm sorry, but she's classless, she's ignorant, she's immature. And one day, her and her little boyfriend me come out of their little pre-PW world, and it's not just me. There's a slew of people waiting to see them and say hello. Love you, Jasmin. Love you, Dad.
Wow. Okay, that was actually excellent. Okay, the next question we have for you is, how did you enjoy working for XPW?
Besides the fact that they owe me money as well, I actually had a really, I thought it would be different than it was. I thought it would be a little bit more, I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't really go in there with positive expectations, but in actuality, the people in the locker room were actually pretty respectful and pretty cool. And the first couple matches I had up there, the first 2 shows I did for them, I thought went really well. And then I had a few matches that I didn't think went as well as they should have. Well, I didn't really like the idea behind them, and I think there were too many people involved in the booking behind it. But I started to see that one fall apart too when I started to notice there were like 20 and 30 people in the crowd, and But then then they had that big show in Pittsburgh, and I thought everything was going to be okay again, and we never saw money from the show. So I can't say. I said it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. It didn't last all long, but it was it was cool for a little while. So
are they officially done?
I would imagine. I mean, they owe. I mean, not just me. They owe pretty much everybody in the roster money. So I would figure that. I would assume that they're done. And I already heard that Shane Douglas, who, as far as I knew, was still their world champion, has done TNA now. And,
right.
So I would put. I mean, you never say never. I never do. But I would imagine that if they're going to start up again, they're going to have to rebuild from the ground up majorly.
Right.
But I have not heard anything from them since that Pittsburgh show. It was the last I spoke to any of them. So, and that was quite a while ago.
Dan, you want to take the next one?
Looking back on your career so far, what would you say has been your favourite match, and who was it with?
Wow, that's a good question. I've had so many good matches with Roadkill and I against Chetty and Nova and the FBI. Right before we won the tag titles, I had what I thought was one of my favorite singles matches with Just Incredible. More recently, I had a match, coincidentally, for Jasmin St in 3PW with Devin Storm, Crowbar.
Right.
And it was a point in my career where I was kind of down a little bit, and I had such a really strong match with him that it really picked me up and made me want to work harder again, and I credit him for that. But it was probably one of my favorite matches to date, and we've had 2 or 3 others since then. They've all been marvelous, so I really look forward to working with him again in the future, hopefully.
What's in the future? What is in the future for Danny Doring?
Well, I'll tell you what, rehabbing from a shoulder injury. My brother's going to college full-time in about a week. It's going to give me all the time in the world to concentrate on this career again. I've been kind of laying low, getting everything get ready for his graduation and paying off the college tuition thing. And right now I have nothing, no ties, so I'm ready to get back in and jump in full throttle and just work my butt off in the gym, and hopefully the rest of the year will be really good for me. I'm hoping I have a really positive outlook. I think I have a lot to offer anybody as far as a worker, mic skills, anything. I think I'm on top of my game, and I will be more going to be getting better. so I don't think I hit my prime yet. So I'm set to go wherever I go, whoever I do it with. Balls to the wall. My big platinum balls.
Do you want to cross that with some word associations?
Excuse me? Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Electra?
Sure. Flexing breasts.
Roadkill.
Roadkill. Let's see. A big fucking love shack. I love them to death. Athletic and fat.
Francine.
Francine. The Queen of Extreme.
Little Guido / Nunzio, whatever you want to call him.
Probably one of the craziest person I've ever met. We'll just call him, we'll say, Crazy number 3.
Rob Black.
Rob Black, high energy. He's a good motivator. And that's it. I don't know what to say about him.
Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer, one of my best friends.
And the last one is Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman, unbelievable speaker, unbelievable motivator. Makes you want to, even when you know your check's going to bounce, makes you want to give 110%. Don't know how he did it, but I admit it, I drank the Kool-Aid.
Is there anything you want to promote, like your website?
Yeah, it's either one or two sites, DannyDoring.net or thedanaconda.com. Danaconda, of course, is gold. And just, stay tuned for me. I have everything on there, pictures and schedule and hopefully some merchandise, multimedia, everything you want to know about me. I have columns written. I write some pretty good stuff. And just check it out. It's a cool time.
Excellent. We would like to thank you for this interview, and stay tuned for more from the Interactive Interview.
Awesome.
Enjoying what you're hearing? Be sure and check out WrestlingEpicenter.com on social media at Facebook.com/WrestlingEpicenter, on Twitter at James Epicenter, and of course, WrestlingEpicenter.com for 24-hour news updates, our interview archives, and all the other information you've come to expect from the Wrestling Epicenter.
Hi, this is Jasmin St, and you're listening to me on the Interactive Interview.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Interactive Interview on the interactiveinterview.com. We just closed up with Danny Doring. What'd you think, Dan?
What do I think? I think he's pretty funny.
I think so, too. And I think a couple times I said, you want to take the next one, Dan? And he was like, yeah, sure. So, yeah, I think either he was kidding or he was confused.
Confused.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was a good interview, and I can't believe what he said about Jasmin St.
Just to refresh.
You want me to say it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, on our interview with Jasmin, she said that Danny Doring thinks he has solid gold between his legs. Doring came back by saying she's right, and he also has 2 giant platinum balls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jasmin's going to be happy with us.
Well, I think we know Jasmin isn't going to be happy with us. There's no think about it. She's not going to be happy.
No, she's not. I don't think we're going to get those interviews out of her.
Well, of course, we've got the idea that Danny Doring suggested, which is that Jasmin and Danny come on the phone with you in a 3-way while I sit back and sleep. And a 3-way with you and Danny Doring and Jasmin. No, that could sell well. Yeah, so you 3 on the phone.
Alert Rob Black. We've got an idea.
I've got his phone number.
The interactive orgy. What the hell are we talking about?
I don't know, but you can interact with Jasmin. No, sorry.
No.
I know you're listening. That's right. And Jasmin, you don't want to do that, do you? The 3-way with Danny.
No, she told me when I asked her that she was not very interested in doing that because she's going to be hosting, I can't remember the name of the show, but something on VH1. So apparently she's too busy for us.
I'm sure that won't make it to air, but in the UK at least, we never get anything. But,
I can't remember the last time I watched a music channel. I think I changed through MTV every once in a while, and every time I turn it on, there's some stupid reality show or some stupid game show, and I'm just wondering, how the hell is this music television? I can remember when they used to play music videos like 24 hours a day.
Well, luckily, we're in the UK, and, well, not we, me, personally. I'm in the UK, and in the UK we just still do things rightly. And MTV's still a 24-hour day music channel.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Interesting, because we don't have any of that. I do get,
24-hour day music channel without the exception of this program called Gonzo.
I do get VH1 Classic, which I watch all the time. Well, not all the time, but occasionally. And we have this channel on digital cable called Power Rock that I turn on a lot. It's just cool because it's not really videos, it's just like useless facts. It's kind of like pop-up video without the video, just the audio. So it's kind of cool.
Not to interrupt you, 'cause you're not boring me or anything.
Yeah.
But do you find it a tad strange? Would you call it strange if your VCR suddenly turned on and started taping something when the remote isn't in the room?
One might call it strange.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking, because my television just started taping channel 144 for some reason.
What's on 144?
Big Brother live coverage.
Big Brother, my friend. The government turned it on.
So,
Well,
I don't actually remember putting Big Brother on my television. I don't actually remember watching my television except
do you know what Big Brother is?
MTV. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what Big Brother is, though, in America? You know what that's known as?
I don't care.
There was a book written many years ago. I think it was George Orwell. I could be wrong about that. It's called 1984. I'm going to give people an education since I'm actually smart and I want people to know that I'm not just an idiot. Shut up.
These are the essence.
1984 was the name of the book. It came out well before 1984, and it was about a prediction of the things in the future. And the basic thing was that there'd be security cameras and stuff everywhere, and if you did anything wrong, the government would come and get you. And it's frightening how close it's come. So the security cameras, you can't even.
I hate speed cameras.
Yes, I agree with you.
Mm.
Yep.
Then again, of course they're good because they save lives. But as a driver,
you like the speed.
I know I can go fast.
You feel the need for speed.
I do. Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what else we got on this recap, Dan?
Huh?
You know what else we got on this recap, Dan?
No. What else have we got in this recap, James?
We got JC from the forums.
I don't know anything.
You don't know anything? No, you don't.
No.
Everybody knows that anyway, the forums and all. Actually, what I was pissed off about the other day is everybody, including Kelly, was making fun of you. And then everybody else started defending you, saying what a great job you do.
It's true.
I do everything. Not everything, but I do a lot, too. I mean, I'm the one who sat up 2 nights last week to do those stupid headers.
Yeah, and you're the one whose computer broke, so we lost them in the flipping first place.
Yeah, but I never had done them before in the first place. I only had the Randy Savage one and the Jeff Jarrett one. And
that's lazy, isn't it? I mean, every interview that's gone up, we've had to put online.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even do the headers. I mean, that's not
who do you think recorded the interviews and did the splicing and all that stuff?
Yeah, well, it's not quite as hard, putting it online and doing all the HTML and promoting it and getting it on One Wrestling and things like that. It's not quite as hard. Let's be honest here.
Well, let's be honest. I think we were 50-50.
Mm?
What do you say?
Mm. I'll say that to you and then turn around and change the scoreboard.
Oh, I do everything. I'll save my impression of you for later.
Mm.
Well, that brings us to what?
Doing quite well onto our next segment.
Yes,
here
indeed.
on the Interactive Interview at theinteractiveinterview.com. No longer sponsored by Wrestling Nation. Sorry, continue.
No longer sponsored by Wrestling Nation, those sons of bitches.
No free promotion.
No free promotion.
Mm-hmm.
You sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whatever happened to that other deal you were working on?
Oh, the one with the other people. Oh, I'll tell you about that later.
Later?
Yes.
Okay.
And not when the little red button's down.
Ah. Do you know who we have on the phone right now, Dan?
No, as I said before, I'm ignorant. Who have we got on the phone, James?
Hey, we got JC, eh?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not much.
How you doing today?
Really good, actually. Really good.
Really good. How old of a gentleman are you, JC?
Pardon me?
How old of a gentleman are you, JC?
I'm turning 19 July 24th.
Aha. Okay. What was your question, Dan?
I just said I'm glad that we can enlighten his day.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was worth repeating.
Yeah.
Well, I think you came on to offer a challenge to me, didn't you not?
I sure did, yeah. Impression contest?
Impression contest.
Yeah.
So is this where we, sit on uncomfortable bike seats and see who has the biggest dents in their ass?
I got that, and that was funny. I got... Oh, wow,
Okay.
It's the first time I found one of your jokes funny.
I still don't get it. Sorry.
Impressions.
I would explain it, but it would kill the joke.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
One of those moments where it's like, If you don't get it, it's just not funny.
If you don't get it, it just goes right over your head, and then there's no turning back.
It's okay, James. We're just upper echelon above everybody else.
Okay? Yes, well, that's because we're brilliant, Dan.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
True. Anyway, forgetting that there's someone else online. So, I believe the specifics of the contest were that you would say that you are now listening to the interactive interview on the interactiveinterview.com in the voice of 3 different people.
That sounds great, yeah.
Okay.
James, are you okay with that?
Sure.
Find a way to chicken out of it in case you lose.
No, I'll do it.
You sure?
Yeah.
And how are we going to judge this contest, like, afterwards?
Oh, I've got an idea.
You got an idea? Cool.
How about we open up a thread on 3SW forums,
That's not fair.
and I start, not okay, and we open up an email link as well. So that all the people that read the interview on One Wrestling and, 3 Strand, and Pro Wrestling and Wrestling.com, etc., all those websites, people that read it on that can also vote. How about that?
That sounds like a good idea, except the only thing is, I turned heel on 3swforums.com, and Mr. Rick Bear goes out of his way to pretty much disagree with me on anything I say. I can go in there right now and say, the sky is blue, and they say, I live in hell, the sky is red! So it just won't work.
And so, am I right in saying that I was the one who said it's a bad idea for you to do this whole gimmick, and therefore it's now biting you in the arse? Am I right in saying that?
I guess you're right.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I guess if we do the email link, how much of our audience is actually just forums members? Maybe like 2%?
Maybe.
Quite a low percentage.
I don't think it's that large of a percentage.
It is. You wouldn't believe, James.
Right on.
I'm the one sitting here with the facts and the figures and whatnot, so it's
Yeah.
quite a low percentage. Not
Shows
quite
the
low.
emotional powers of Danny Edler, eh?
Okay?
No, it's all good.
Eh? Where did that come from, anyway?
I think it's just a friendly thing that you just say to people who you relate with or whatever. I wouldn't say to a stranger or anything like that.
So you like when I walk up to the stage and, hey, how you doing, eh?
Yeah, we don't do that. No.
Okay.
James is very good at the stereotypes.
Yeah.
There's talking about tea with things like that. It's fine.
Have you ever seen the South Park movie?
Yes, I have.
Is that fairly accurate?
No. It's funny, but it's not accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, Dan, you gonna go?
Am I going to go? Okay, then. All right.
You gotta pick up who we're gonna... Shut up. You gotta say who we're gonna say. I mean, I can't just go
Right.
at a
I
random.
believe, right, from memory serving, and from the fact that Jay said this about a minute before we started recording, I believe it was Mr. T,
Right.
Canyon, and the other one completely slipped my mind.
Okay, there's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and who else?
Dead air.
What's that?
I said dead air.
Are we only doing those 3 specifics, or anybody else?
Well, we can throw in anybody. JC, if you want to look on your computer and see who you mentioned before. Daniel Edler was one of them. So we got them all now, Dan?
Mm-hmm. It was me,
Yes.
Chris Canyon,
Chris Canyon.
Mr. T,
Mr. T.
Arnie,
Arnie.
Schwarzenegger, and Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Former guest from the Interactive Interview.
Right on.
Right. We gotta get Mr. T on the show.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet.
One person I've been trying to get, I mean, they're not a wrestling guest, what I've been trying to get is Adam Salmer.
Adam Sandler?
I don't know why, I just found out that I could get his contact and thought, that'd be nice.
Maybe on a special anniversary edition or something.
Yeah.
So, Arnold, what the hell? Adam Sandler, were you a wrestling fan growing up? I don't like wrestling.
It wouldn't necessarily be about wrestling, would it?
I don't like wrestling.
The wrestling interactive interview.
What?
With the interactive interview, not the wrestling interview.
Mm.
See, that's the beauty of the name.
Beauty of the name.
That's why I'm so clever.
I thought the E always had a nice shape.
So let's get started with this impression contest. Open to the public for voting for, say, a week.
Hey, Dad?
Yes, James.
You're thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
7.
You're not supposed to tell me. We're going to pick to see who goes first.
Ah.
Well, how about we make it 1 and 50 now, and make it not be 7.
Okay.
All right, you pick first.
I'll pick number 27.
I pick 19.
JC's closer, because I was thinking of 33.
Okay, JC goes first.
So, first name on the list.
Well, actually, he can pick if he wants to go first or second.
Okay, I'll go second.
All right, good.
First name on the list, we've got Chris, the MVP Canyon. James.
Okay. Get in character here.
Do you remember the phrase that you have to say, sir?
Remind me.
Or you want me to remind you?
Remind me.
You're listening to the interact. Say, I'm Chris Canyon. And you're listening to the interact.
You're listening to the interview. That one?
Yeah. Well, I can give it my own little flavor, can't I?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I know we pretty much say you can say your own thing, but a lot of people just give us.
Yeah, keep the basic, yeah.
A lot of people just give the basic, but a couple people have given us some pretty cool ones, like Randy Savage. So, okay. Back in character. Hey, this is Chris Canyon. Who's better than Canyon? And you're listening to the interactive interview. Go.
Mr. C?
All right.
Mr. T, no, he's got to do Chris Canyon.
Mr. C.
Oh.
JC, J. Claire.
All right, my turn. Hey, it's Chris Canyon. You're listening to the interactive interview.
I think I won that one.
Oh, do you?
I don't know.
You did the coffee.
Can we do an impression of Mr. Coffee?
James.
This
Who's that?
I don't know. I think there was a commercial, but I don't remember if he talked.
Mr. T, Mr. Coffee.
Oh, there we go.
I didn't even know that was...
I to clock that, but it was such a bad...
I wasn't even trying for that, actually.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things when you go stabbing people in the dark. If you eventually hit somebody you don't like, it works.
All right.
Right.
Well,
Who are we doing
how
next?
about we just continue this contest?
Okay.
So number 2, we'll go with Randy Savage. So, James.
I have to go first again?
Yes, you have to go first for all of them. Shut up and play.
Shut up and play. That's not very nice of you, Dan.
Randy Savage.
Okay. Hey, this is Macho Man Randy Savage, and you're listening to the interactive interview. Ooh, yeah.
Quite good. Jay?
All right, okay.
You're listening to Randy Savage on the interactive interview. Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Not bad. That was actually pretty good.
That was very, very close, that one. I like that one. Now, number 3.
I could actually do my Macho Man better if I was more prepared.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah.
Maybe...
That's a shame. I'm sure everybody could do Macho Man really better if they're more prepared, because they could record Macho Man saying something and play it. So, shh.
That's a good idea.
Moaning.
Yeah, I got that on my computer right now. So when everybody listens to the show, I'm gonna actually play Macho Man do it and say it was me.
All right.
Okay, right now, Mr. T, number 3. James?
Me first again? Oh,
You
okay.
first for everything.
You know what we gotta get? The next time we do one of these contests, what'd you say?
I'll do Mr. T first then.
Okay, well, next time we do these contests, I gotta get like that millionaire music, you know. Da-na-na-na-na.
You could that's right. You can always put it in afterwards. You can edit.
That would require a lot of time. Actually, no, I could probably do it.
I'll tell you that one thing, yeah. You know that word time? That's what we don't have a lot of, which is why I'm trying to speed this along.
Yeah, this is live, guys. Come on.
You gotta go as long as you can, Daniel.
Shut up.
All right, where you gotta go, Dan?
We haven't got to go anywhere. We've got to record an interview with Mike Orson.
Do we?
If it's okay with you.
Oh, okay.
Right. Good. Okay, Jay's going to go first this time.
Okay.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Hey, boy. You're listening to the interactive interview. You're talking to Mr. T here. Boo. You
Okay. I suck at Mr. T.
You suck, Mr. T. Okay. Go ahead.
Don't say that. I slap you from here. Okay. Hey, boy. I pity the fool that ain't listening to the interactive interview.
3 down, 2 to go. The next one would be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Alright, I'll go first again.
You sure?
14 of you?
I'll go first if you want me to.
No, it's cool.
Okay.
My turn. Okay. Hello, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you're listening to the interactive interview.
Okay, you won that one.
Bloody hell.
Hey, go ahead, man.
You won that one.
Yeah, come on, James, I want to hear your version. Bloody hell. If you can beat that one, I'll shut up for a whole interview.
that one, we could probably do an Arnold Schwarzenegger interview with you and pull it off. That was actually pretty good. You won that one. I'll do it, though.
Come on, James.
Trying to think of some movie quotes from him to throw in there.
The act of a desperate man.
The act of a desperate man, yes. Stop doing the Rob, please. That was not the impression, by the way. This is Arnold, and you're listening to the interactive interview. It's not a tumor at all, and I'll be back. You won that one.
Okay, pathetic. You're an idiot.
Oh, that's good, right. Yeah, we just got Arnold Schwarzenegger's contact, by the way.
Right.
And the final one, number 5, which I think you're slipping into there, is that it's kind of like Arnold Edler as opposed to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Edler, sorry.
So the 5th one's me.
I think he'd commit suicide if it was Arnold Edler.
Alright, you can go first, James. Want to take Edler?
Yeah, sure. Alright. What am I going to say on this one, by the way?
If you want me to read it, and then I'll say, go on then, and then I'll speak.
No, seriously, what am I supposed to say? Because I know how you talk, but you talk differently in certain situations.
Okay, we'll just, I don't know.
You English people are sing-songy.
Oh, thanks.
No, seriously, like, certain things you say, you talk normal, and other things go da-da-da-da-da-da.
Any old English thing, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, James.
Come on, James. Okay.
You seem kind of, agitated. Maybe you're losing.
Yeah, I might be losing. I think I lost this one. I know I lost Arnold. I'll tell you that.
Come on, James.
Okay. Hello, this is Daniel Edler from the Interactive Interview, and you are listening to the Interactive Interview on the interactiveinterview.com. Upcoming guests include Jeff Jarrett, Trinity, AJ Styles, and many more. Stay tuned to the Interactive Interview. Hello.
Okay,
I had to get your hello in there.
Retarded. I don't speak. I don't like say hello at the end of sentence. Okay.
But I had to get your hello in there.
All right.
Because
Okay.
you know how you go, hello.
Okay. Anyway. Okay, and Jay, now it's your turn.
Now watch, he's going to start with a hello.
I think I'll just shorten that up a bit, but, okay. Here I go. Bloody hell, this is Daniel Edler, and you're listening to the Interactive Interview.
Bloody hell.
Oh, dear me. Stereotypes are running rampant. Okay, right, now, to all listeners, check out
We're done?
interactiveinterview.com.
Is there anybody else we can impersonate?
No, because that's the end of the contest. It's 5 people. Just because you think you've lost and you want to continue it for a little bit longer to try and extend.
No, I'm just trying to think of who I can do.
To all listeners, check out the interactiveinterview.com for the recap for this interview.
This is Danny Doring, by the way, if you forgot where you are.
Yeah. And check out they'll have the links for email submission of votes and the forum member submission of votes. Either way, I'll collaborate the results and let you know on not the next interview. Next interview we have a trivia contest with one of the forum's own Joey Sixpack, aka Adam Center.
Yes.
And the interview after that, which will hopefully be Mike Awesome, after my vacation.
Right.
I'll let you know the results. So I'll keep you posted and keep
Now how come
interview.
How can you say vacation on here, but every other place you go, a holiday?
Because I'm trying to be multinational.
Ah.
I'm smart. I call it a holiday. It's because the technical name for it is a boating holiday. And we're just calling it a beer holiday. alcohol holiday.
So you're going to drink on a boat?
Mm-hmm. I've had the lecture from my parents about, be careful, be sensible on the boat, because you don't want to fall out and drown. I've say upwards of 20 times. It's really, I could repeat it back to them.
Maybe you should wear a life jacket.
That'd probably be clever. I'll sleep in the life jacket as well. I'll probably end up getting thrown off the boat at some point. But, 14 of us, it's going to be fun. But that's me from the 12th of July until the 19th of July.
Right.
2003, in case you're listening to this in the archive section.
2003, and of course if you listen to this in the archive section, this is year 2050. Daniel and I are both 70 years old.
Living together.
Yeah, we're living together now.
Pair of old, hugging by the fireplace.
Daniel does the chores.
I ain't no bitch.
This has gotten... Dan seems to be enjoying this idea far too much for my taste.
He's just getting into it, that's all.
I've already got the place in Florida set out.
Yeah.
A villa with 3 bedrooms, one to the right, 2 over to the left. Swimming pool at back with a little cage around it. Yeah, good bit. It's all good.
Notice I'm being real quiet over here.
That was Spaghetti Junction. Do you both take care to repeat one at a time? Jay, you go first.
What's that?
Just the let's all start again, because that was okay. Yeah. Hi. I'm still Dan.
You mean
Jay.
hello.
James.
You mean hello. Say it.
Hello.
No, do it your way.
That is my way.
You go, hello.
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 That's only when I pick up the phone to you after I've spoken to Francine. Sorry, I mean, your mum. Sorry. Yeah.
Francine is not my mom.
Yeah.
If I was her mom, I'd be arrested for incest. What? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have all the respect in the world for Francine. Yeah. But I had to redeem my heterosexuality since you two got so into talking about Dan and I living together. That's another show that does that, by the way.
Okay. Just kill the airwaves. Just kill it. Hold on.
Kill it.
Okay. So, before this dies a complete death, I believe we'll just to announce that we've got the next show is the Trinity interview.
Right.
And about 45 minutes, you'd say?
Yeah, probably about that. Maybe
45 minutes, around that sort of
maybe 35, 45. It was pretty good. I thought she said a couple things I wasn't sure she'd say. And she blasted a couple people. So, I mean...
look forward to, yeah.
What'd you say?
Something to look forward to, anyway.
Yeah, she said a couple pretty sarcastic things about a couple people that I didn't think she'd say. And I know she hasn't said in other interviews, so... once again, proving that the interactive interview is the best.
It must have been you, James.
What do you mean?
Bring out the good side of her.
I can't wait for the recap for that interview. I really can't.
Why?
I'm just going to have fun. You're going to hate me. You're really going to hate me.
What are you going to say?
Who knows? I'm a live wire. I'm the cannon that hasn't gone off yet.
Live wires! I'm alive!
Not quite, but yeah. So, that's the next interview that we're going up. Hopefully this Saturday.
A little bit better than it used to
If it doesn't
be.
go up on Saturday, then I don't think it'll go up for an entire week, because of course I'm going on vacation. So it'll either go up on Friday or Saturday, depending on how...
Who are we talking about now?
Get Joey.
Who are we talking about?
Trinity.
Oh.
This is the Daily Doring interview, so therefore the next interview will be...
Mike Awesome.
Mike Awesome. Yes, that's
Devin Storm.
Then Devin Storm is confirmed.
Kevin Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan.
Jimmy Hart.
Yep, Jimmy Hart. Okay, yep.
Possibly Sid Vicious if he ever picks up the phone.
That's the one. Or if he agrees to a date.
Sean Waltman if he ever answers his messages.
Get Shamrock.
And Shamrock, yeah, we're going to get him.
If he can ever agree a date and stick to it.
Yeah, we always see, with him, he always says, call me back in about 2 hours and we'll do it. And for some reason, Dan passes out and we never get it done.
Like me? Pardon? It was my fault once, it's his fault twice. Thank you.
Whose fault?
Ken.
Him. Me?
Yes, your name's Ken, isn't it? Yeah. Kenneth. Payne Cabot, also, hopefully, and another one who's unconfirmed but we'd like to get on the show is Ricky Steamboat's wife.
Ricky Steamboat's wife?
Don't worry, I'm funny. Yeah.
Just to get to Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah, well, what we had was, should I tell him, Dan?
depends what you're going to tell them. I'm not psychic.
Ah. Well, I think you can tell what I'm going to say since we're talking about Ricky Steamboat's wife.
Oh, yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, we called her up, and we ended up talking for quite a while, and she was such a pleasant and wonderful woman that it was... Actually, she offered me a spot at being a consultant for the book and things, so...
The book being Ricky Steamboat's autobiography?
Yes.
Yeah, the book.
So, what the hell would she be writing, Dan?
I don't know.
What would she be writing?
She could be writing
10 ways to marry a wrestler?
You never know.
Been done before.
Missy Hyatt, I think, wrote that book.
Yeah.
That's another one we're trying to get.
Oh, yeah. What, the book? Well, yeah. So, those are the upcoming guests, hopefully, and the ones that are confirmed are the ones that preceded the list. So, bookmark www.theinteractiveinterview.com for upcoming interviews, and check out the archive section for interviews with such superstars as Randy Savage,
Daniel Edler.
Danny!
Speak up, short stuff. I think he's gone. Shall we finish this?
Yeah, let's just finish this.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, just, JC says, see you on the forums.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly, she's cool. Cool girl.
I think you better say that after she said she'd want to seduce you.
Yeah, I know that, but, that's just because the Iron Man's such a good-looking guy, that's all. Nothing personal.
So I guess you are Iron Man?
Well, yeah, I'm the Iron Man.
I am Iron Man. Maybe I'll play that. No, I'm going to play that at the end. Okay. Well, you've been listening to the Interactive Interview. Stay tuned for more next week with Trinity. And upcoming guests include Mike Awesome, Kevin Sullivan, Jimmy Hart, Devin Storm, who was also Crowbar, and so many more. So stay tuned, and we're going to try and find Daniel because we got to do some more stuff. So see you next time, folks.
This is the above average Mike Sanders, and you're listening to the Interactive Interview.